Hey guys, welcome back to Insane Brit Gaming. I am the Insane Brit, and today we're going to be talking about an article here that says multiple publishers are apparently considering raising the game prices for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Now, currently at this point in time in the UK, and I want to distinguish this between the two countries as well. So for example, USA and the UK. So right now, currently, game prices on average, well, when they come out brand new, is about £50 in the UK. That is set to increase by £10 to 60 if you're in the USA. It's $60 today, and next gen gaming supposedly is going to be 70 dollars for you guys. So it rise $60. It'd be £60 for us, and $70 in the USA in next gen. However, there are rumors as well that they will not be. They will also be raising the prices for this gen's or PS4 and Xbox One X prices as well for AAA games. This article goes into it by a separate company that did an analysis of it. Not every game should garner the $69.99 price point on next gen, but some flagship AAA games such as NBA 2K merit this pricing more than others. Well, first and foremost, you ain't even talking about the microtransactions that they got in there, which gouge the shit out of you, which is one of the worst sports games out there in 2K games. Even FIFA Ultimate Team, I don't pay for Ultimate Team. I know a lot of people enjoy it, but at the same time, those kind of games, especially FIFA, earn £1 billion on top of their actual sales. So he's failing to mention that, I might add. So following the news that NBA 2K21 will cost £10 more on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Series X. See, this is this gen, they're doing it as well. And the game, for this price point, they're not improving the gameplay or anything. It's just, oh, we're charging you extra. That's on this gen. So next gen, you can argue that it's going to be improved. Well, it will be. So maybe that's more realistic, but at the same time, this gen, I'm not happy about that, but it is what it is. So the research firm IDG Consulting has said that other game publishers are also considering the price increase for their games. Speaking with Gaming Industry Biz, IDG President and CEO Yoshi Osaki explained how the gaming prices remained flat since 2005, whereas TV and movie pricing has increased significantly, which is kind of ironic, considering the fact that the gaming industry earns billions, absolute billions, if you combine the movie industry and the, oh man, I think it's even the music industry, believe it or not, it still doesn't touch the gaming industry. We generate more money than them both combined each year, which is insane, considering he says that these prices have remained flat. The PS2 games, which when I bought them in the year 2000s, in the early 2000s, were like £35 I was paying for. I think the PS3 was about £40, 50 for the PS4, as we know when a game comes out brand new. And so they're going to be increasing it about £10 now for us here in the UK. So he says the last time that next gen launch software pricing went up was in 2005 and 2006 when it went from $50 to $60. Okay, again that's USA. Like I said, it's raising to 70. At the start of the Xbox and PS3 generation, Osaki said during that time the cost and prices in other affiliated verticals have gone up. I love how he uses the word verticals. But basically it's all about other industries such as movies. So he says these other affiliated verticals include next-gen console game production costs, which have seen increases of 200 and 300% depending on the IP, studio and the genre, without an increase in the prices of the games. For comparison's sake, cinema tickets prices have risen 39%, Netflix subscription have gone up 100%. I don't know where he's getting Netflix from. I've paid the same price since I've had it. I don't recall it ever going up, like from what, £3 to £7 or something. What the hell is he talking about? But whatever. Cable TV packages have risen 105%. Even with the increase of $70 for next gen, that prices will increase from even with the increase to $70 for next gen, that price increase from 2005 to 2020, next gen is only up 17%, far lower than other comparisons. Osaki continued, while the cost of development and publishing have gone up, and pricing in the other entertainment verticals has also gone up substantially. Next-gen software pricing has not reflected these increases. 60 to 70 does not even cover these other cost increases completely, but does move in the proper direction. So basically, he's saying that with inflation and everything and the cost of next gen and their technology, it has a right to go up. First and foremost, it's poor timing. Look at the timing in which you're saying this. With all that's going on in the world, people do not have that kind of money to burn on video games as such anyway. But okay, take that out of consideration and just put in the fact that time has gone on and wages go up and all the rest of it. Some remain stagnant, some industries, etc., etc. But even with the low pricing or whatever you want to call that, with them not going up in your mindset, is that we still generate more money than the movie and the music industry in itself. So there's a couple of things here he's failing to mention. He's failing to mention the fact that there's microtransactions in most of the games today. Call of Duty has it with their packs and DLC, which is the DLC, by the way, is included in the actual creation of the game. So when they make the game, they make the DLC as well. They are not forking out extra money for the DLC. It's already included in that budget anyway. So you got the packs for Call of Duty. You got FIFA Ultimate Team, which earns £1 billion on top of the money that it actually generates through general sales. NBA 2K, whatever, is also one of the worst for gouging players as well. Multiple games have these DLCs and these microtransactions, which generates a hell of a lot of money for them. I personally don't buy into it because most games ain't worth it. Only if I spend a significant amount of time on a game or even buy it day one anyway. So for me, FIFA, I'll buy it day one. People laugh at that because at this point it's just a roster update, which is ridiculous. But okay, I'll buy it. That's my guilty pleasure, so I'll make that decision. Call of Duty, I get enough hours out of it, so to buy that brand new. And to buy some of the DLC here and there, maybe. Again, that's because I choose to, and it's about choice at the end of the day. You're going to do that for some games more than you are for others. But yeah, the idea of it's going up for prices and the fact that they're going to increase this gen's game increases as well for PS4 and the Xbox One X, I don't agree with that. If companies are looking to save money, then why not cut it from your marketing budget, which you spend millions and millions on? Basically, how many of you actually consume your media through television? How many of you even watch television when they've got, I don't know, a game being advertised on television? How many of you actually even pick up a newspaper in 2020? I don't. I generally don't. Most gamers consume their media through the internet and through YouTube. Why not give out a couple of copies of your game to some big streamers who reach millions and millions of people? Why not just advertise on gaming websites, the game stores themselves? It doesn't make sense. And in terms of pricing, I think it's for a page spread, a 2-page spread in a newspaper, certain newspapers, for a day will cost you 100,000. I was told that by an advertising person, somebody who works in advertising. That's the kind of money you're talking about. 100,000 for a 2-page spread in a fucking newspaper. Yes, it reaches millions of people, but how many of you guys do actually read a newspaper? Like, I don't. I just don't. And how many? And most of them people are going to be older people who don't game anyway. For the most part, so you should target your audience a little bit better, is what I would say. Um, so yeah, the price increasing for next gen. Well, what I'm going to say to you is pretty much what I've always said to you guys, and that is become a better consumer slash customer or gamer. Wise up to it, because if you think of a game right now that you want, go online on YouTube and type in the name of the game and gameplay and check out if you want to see that game. Cyberpunk looks cool, but do you like the actual gameplay? Check it out on YouTube before purchasing it or pre-ordering it or any of that stuff. The amount of gamers I see in gaming groups on Facebook and what have you who keep on they pick up a game or buy the game and then post a picture of it and say, is this game worth it? Well, why didn't you find that out before you actually even purchased the game? Having said that, there will be a change in the way that people consume games. If you think I'm annoying the way I buy games in respects to wait until they go down in price so I play them later on, even though I've got a backlog of games to play anyway, which is the way I do it, that's just the way I am, there's going to be a shift. I've spoken to multiple people who said, well, basically, yes, we have the money to buy games on day one, but I'll be buying 1 or 2 games now, or maybe 3, that I really want, and for the most part, I'm going to be waiting there to be a sale on. Pretty much like what I do. They've already got backlog in what they want to play or what they've got to play on the Switch, on Xbox, on PS4, 4, 5, whatever. They're going to want to play other games before they go and pick up that game. So basically what you're doing is now, it's not going to encourage me to go out and pay £60 for the game day one or $70 or whatever in the USA. What's going to happen is I'm going to wait for a sale. It's going to be either drop at half price at 30, 35, or I'll wait till it drops to 20 and you've lost 50 off of that 50 off of me. Or if I don't do that, I will buy it pre-owned, which means you get none of the money. So essentially, you know, you've risen the price to count a cost of the industry itself or whatever, but at the same time, you've lost me as a customer or consumer, or you'll risk losing most of that money in when I buy it through a generated sale on the PSN or Xbox store or in a general store, or you might not even get any money from me because I might just go out and buy it pre-owned, and you lose everything. You don't get none of the money. So that's the way it's going to affect you. You will get gouged by us. We will affect you where it really counts, and that's in the wallet, and that's what you don't want. So I suggest keeping it at a low, the pricing structure lower, and then you'll sell more copies, and that way people will be a little bit more. I'm not even happy about them being 50, but you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you're going to do what you're going to do. And the fact that they've mentioned though 2K games and stuff like that, those kind of sports games that are just a roster update, is a pretty fucking annoying at this point. And I would say as well, people will invest in other things as well, such as a PC, which seem to remain cheap, those games, in decent theory, or as more sales happen a lot quicker on Steam and that those games will drop in price. The reason for that, they drop in price so quickly on Steam, is because there's so many games for gamers to play, but they don't have to sit around waiting for 1 or 2 big exclusives or whatever. They've got multiple games, hundreds of games to play for dirt cheap, so your game will get washed up in the sea of ever-ending games being released on Steam. So PC gaming may be the way forward for a lot of people going forward. It is what it is. Minus the exclusives. So if you had a PC, right, and then you buy all your games on PC for cheap, and then there's one exclusive that comes out on the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, and you've got that console, then you might just buy it on there for playing that exclusivity. It is what it is. But ultimately, you might just change, and you might just go, well, the PC that I got, the £2,000 PC or £1,000 PC, has better graphics, or whatever. So I'll stick with that long term, and you might just switch to PC gaming. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the description below. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.